that bit is welded and that bit is welded. If any of you have remember one of the earlier videos, the idea of this car was going to be a budget build, not care about it to the point where I'm not even going to grind these welds down. It's going to stay like that. I got the idea actually from MX5 Restore. I did a video of one of their cars. I'll put a link up there somewhere. And they have a track car that they do the same thing with. Needs a weld. Rather than make it all fit nicely, just chuck a patch on it. Don't worry about it. It's kind of the thing I'm going with this. Eventually, maybe when the cars are worth a bit more, it might be worth me just replacing panels properly. But for now, it's having a patch. I've also decided to name the car Patch for obvious reasons. I'm giving up a welding today because they are the two, oh, I haven't ticked it off my list. They're the two worst bits. You can see I have ticked off the offside rear sill end, which is that bit there. I'm now going to go near side front chassis is done. I was going to carry on with the welding, but that doesn't leave me with any video for day 2. So I'm going to now tackle brakes because my new hoses have arrived. If you want to do brake hoses on a Morris Minor and you don't want to go to the normal culprits for Morris Minor parts, our local Motor Factors managed to get hold of Delphi part number Lima Hotel 1740. So let's hope it's the right one. Okie dokie, let's start with my horrendous looking brake pipe. Alright, there we go, and nothing comes out. Bone dry. I'll drop it down, show you where the other end of that is. Who knew Morris Minors came with cup holders? This pipe here is what I'm undoing. Ooh, that's tight. That's frustrating, that ain't gonna come out. I wonder if I can undo the other 2 pipes and then take the whole T-piece off. Really? Just when I thought this car wasn't gonna bite me. Right, come back to you in a moment. So as it turns out, fire fixes everything. Don't do that at home because that has got brake fluid in and brake fluid is flammable. That pipe now, if I wiggle this end, look, it's all out, it's all loose. It's not out, it's loose. So I've got to unshape it, make it come through that hole, then take the whole thing off the car, lay it on the floor, cut a new bit of pipe, flare it, and if we're in luck, we'll have something that looks like this. Ta-da! One long, very long brake pipe. So, right, this is going to be really fiddly and I'm going to do it without the camera, but I'm going to feed one end along the bottom there into my T-piece, and then I'm going to try and bend the other bit to go through that hole there, come out there, and then I'll shape this end afterwards. Meanwhile, I've added to my list 3 things. Rear lights, because I took them off because I didn't want them to fall off on the recovery truck. I've only got to bolt them on, all the wiring, and that's done. Offside front headlight doesn't work still, and the rear bumper. Now, I don't think I've ever shown this in a video. Where's all that come from? I think my roof leaks. But the rear bumper is fully floating. Yeah, it's not bolted in. I think the bolts are in there, so easy fix. Right, so let's see if this is going to fit. Right, that is the end that goes in there. That looks good. Length looks about right, and that looks about right in there. So this is the one I was having trouble with yesterday. I have tried it this morning, I'll be honest. I'm going to spray it again actually. I have tried it this morning and I have been able to get a bit of a turn out of it, so I will show you what I've done. Lots of lube. Just leave that up there because we're probably going to need more of that. So you can see from the state of this top nut how mashed up it is. So we're going to just make it worse by putting some mole grips on there, or vice grips if you're in America, and wang them up really tight. Might not even be tight enough. And then I managed to get just the slightest, there we go, little bit of movement, and I'm just gonna keep going until it comes undone. Right, as is always my luck with things like this, it's come out a little way. It's, yeah, stuck, won't go on or off, and I've rounded the hose, so yeah, not going to save the nut, unfortunately. So what we're going to do for now is cut this off, and then some ingenious cable tie solution, which I think I suggested yesterday. So, trusty air saw. Gave up with that, no patience, full on death wheel. So this end, which I haven't even, I've sprayed it, I haven't done anything else with it, is the imperial equivalent to a 15mm. And finally, we have a brake hose off. In the bucket, you go. So I'm gonna wind that end in first. There we go. That will then go through there, and I'll figure out some kind of cable tie arrangement to that in a moment, and then I can shake my new pipe, shove it on there, bleed the brakes. Well, I've got the other two hoses to do yet. Welcome to my other side. You'll notice this side looks totally different. That's because it looks totally different. I think somebody has replaced this hose with a non-genuine one. I don't actually quite know how they fitted it either, so I'm gonna see if I can undo this pipe first, and then probably end up having to do the same thing as the other side and use cable ties to hold it all together. Oh, well, that come undone easy. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Ah, someone's welded. Oh, someone's welded a nut. What kind of bodger? If you were the previous owner of this car, please do get in contact. Just at least let me know that you thought you were having it done properly. Move it out of the way. I'm gonna buzz these welds off. There's one, please tell me there's just two. It looks like there's just two, just these two here. And I should be able to just get all of that out my way. I was gonna show you, I found a way of securing the brake hoses with a cable tie. So all I'm going to do is loop round the cable tie, around the brake hose, make sure the square end of the cable tie is shorter, and then shove that through there. There we go. And then tighten that up. There we go, secure. And I'm even gonna leave this, just because. All right, last hose. Now, I wanna check, because the only reason I got 3 of these is because I saw a website that said that all 3 brake hoses were the same part number. It does look about the right length. I might end up cutting that off as well. That looks worse than the one on the front. Done, all 3 brake hoses. And the best bit is I saved the nut, look at that. See, I'm sure that'll go again with that massive slice taken out of it. Not, I can tick something off the list. Exciting times, look at that. Replace brake hoses all done. So tomorrow, should be able to mark off bleed brakes, adjust park brake. Definitely want to do that one tomorrow. The old spring hanger, because that's the last of the what looks like a really shit bit. I've remembered how bad that is. I shall start with that tomorrow. Yeah, cool. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, all that jazz. See you then.